I understood when Mom said, "We just can't afford the flight." I cried, but I let it go. Until my aunt accidentally tagged my mom in a post, pool deck, cocktail in hand, smiling ear to ear. Best family vacation ever. They lied. I turned to my husband and whispered, "Call the lawyer. Now." 5 minutes later, my phone wouldn't stop ringing. "My name is Emily, and I'm about to tell you how 3 empty chairs at my wedding exposed a betrayal that ran deeper than I ever imagined when my parents said they couldn't afford the 3-hour drive to watch me get married. I saved them seats anyway, front row ribbons tied, hope intact, but as I stood there in my wedding dress cutting cake with my new husband, my best friend handed me a phone that would change everything. There they were, my entire family toasting with champagne on a Caribbean cruise ship at the exact moment I'd said I do. The timestamp on that photo didn't just reveal where they were, it revealed who they'd always been and the $8,000 they'd spent on that cruise. That was just the beginning of what they'd stolen from me. If you're watching this video right now, I'd love to know where you're from. Drop it in the comments section below. Hit that like button and subscribe to hear more stories like this. The countdown began exactly 1 week before my wedding day, 7 days until I'd marry Jordan, the man who'd spent the last 4 years proving that love wasn't supposed to hurt, 7 days until I'd walk down an aisle in the cream-colored dress I'd found on clearance, but made me feel like royalty anyway, 7 days until my family would gather to celebrate something that was finally completely mine, or so I thought. I sat cross-legged on our apartment floor that Tuesday morning addressing the last batch of thank you cards for early wedding gifts. Jordan had already left for his bachelor camping trip with his brothers, a 3-day affair that involved more fishing than drinking, which was exactly his feat. The apartment felt too quiet without him, so I put on one of those wedding planning podcasts, the kind where overly cheerful hosts discuss centerpiece disasters, like they're reporting from a war zone. My phone buzzed. Mom, I smiled, swiping to answer. She'd been distant lately, but wedding planning does that to families, right? Makes everyone a little crazy, a little overwhelmed. I've been telling myself that for months. "Hi, Mom, I was just thinking about you. Did you get the itinerary I sent? The ceremony starts at 4, but I'd love if you could come by the bridal suite around noon for Emily, honey." Her voice had that particular weight to it, the one she used when she was about to disappoint me. I'd heard it when she missed my college graduation because Rachel had a dance recital, when she couldn't make it to my promotion dinner because Dad's bowling league had playoffs. "We need to talk about Saturday." My hand stilled on the thank you card I was writing. The podcast host was laughing about something, a cake that collapsed, but it sounded tinny and far away. "What about Saturday?" There was a pause. I could hear her breathing. Could picture her in the kitchen of my childhood home, probably wiping down counters that were already clean. That's what she did when she was nervous. "We're not going to be able to make it, sweetheart." The words didn't compute at first. They hung in the air like a math equation I couldn't solve. "Not able to make it to my wedding." "My wedding? I don't understand." "It's just the money. Emily, you know how things have been. The car needed new tires last month, and the property taxes just came due, and with gas prices, they are driving 3 hours each way. It's just not feasible right now." "Feasible?" She said it like we were discussing a business transaction. "Not my wedding day, Mom. I offered to help with gas money. Jordan's parents have that extra room at their hotel. If you need somewhere to stay, we could." "It's not just that." She cut me off. Her voice sharper, now defensive. "Your father's back has been acting up 3 hours in the car. Would kill him. And Rachel has that thing with her friends that weekend." "That thing with her friends?" I heard my voice crack. "Mom, this is my wedding." "I know that, Emily, don't be dramatic. We'll celebrate when you get back, maybe a nice dinner, somewhere special, like the Olive Garden, where they took me after high school graduation, where Rachel got to order dessert because she'd sat through the whole boring ceremony, even though it was my day." "Is Dad there? Can I talk to him?" He's in the garage. You know how he is, men and emotions." She laughed, but it was hollow. "He loves you, sweetheart. We both do. This is just bad timing." "Bad timing, like I'd scheduled my wedding to personally inconvenience them." "What about Rachel? Is she?" "Oh, honey, I should go. The stove timer is going off. We'll call you after, okay, to hear all about it. Take lots of pictures." She hung up before I could respond. I sat there holding my phone, staring at the half-written thank you card. "Thank you so much for the beautiful serving dish. Jordan and I can't wait to what use it at family dinners where my family never shows up." I called Dad. Cell straight to voicemail. I texted Rachel. "Mom says, you guys can't make it to the wedding. Please tell me this isn't real." Her response came 3 hours later. "Sorry, sis, money's tight for everyone right now. Hope it's beautiful." 2 hearts, a heart emoji. She sent me a heart emoji. Instead of coming to my wedding that night, I sat in the bathtub until the water went cold, replaying every conversation from the last 6 months, how Mom had seemed excited at first, asking about flowers and colors, how that enthusiasm had gradually cooled, like someone slowly turning down a dimmer switch, how Dad had gone from promising to dance with me to barely mentioning the wedding at all. Jordan called from the camping site, his voice crackling through poor reception. "How's my almost wife doing?" I wanted to lie to protect this last bit of his bachelor celebration from my family's dysfunction, but I'd promised him years ago, no more pretending things were fine when they weren't. They're not coming, I said. The silence stretched so long I thought we'd lost connection. Your parents, any of them, Mom, Dad, Rachel, they said they can't afford it. Emily, his voice was careful, gentle. They drove to Vegas last month for that concert. Rachel wanted to see. I know they bought that new patio furniture set. I know, baby, this isn't about money. I know that too. We stayed on the phone until his battery died. Him making promises about how our wedding would be perfect anyway, how his family was my family now, how we were building something new and better. I wanted to believe him. I wrapped myself in our comforter and tried to imagine walking down that aisle without looking for my dad's face, without seeing my mom cry happy tears, without Rachel standing beside me.